I used to think being a single dad and county sheriff was the toughest balancing act in the world, until the day my little girl came home from kindergarten with a shattered arm, and the truth about how it happened nearly broke me. It started on one of those perfect fall afternoons in a small Georgia town. Crisp air, golden leaves dancing in the wind. My 5-year-old daughter, Lily, came skipping down the porch steps, her curls bouncing with every hop, and a crumpled piece of construction paper in her hand. "Daddy, look! I made our family tree!" she chirped, proud as a peacock. I crouched down, my uniform stiff with the weight of a long day, and took the drawing. Stick figures holding hands under a rainbow. Me, her, and her mom, Emily, who we lost 2 years ago in a car accident that still haunts my dreams. "It's beautiful, sweetheart," I whispered, trying not to let the sting behind my eyes show. She'd drawn a little angel halo over her mom's head. Damn if that didn't slice me in two. I don't know how she stayed so full of joy. Maybe it was the innocence of youth, or maybe she was just stronger than me. Her teacher always said Lily was a bright light, kind to everyone, curious about everything, and maybe a little too fearless for her own good. But not everyone saw her that way. Across the street stood Edith Barnett, our self-appointed HOA queen. 61 years old, never married, no kids, probably never even had a dog. Her lawn looked like it came out of a gardening catalog, and she measured grass height with a tape measure. Literally! The woman had a clipboard more attached to her hand than her own shadow. That afternoon, she was standing at the edge of her lawn with her arms crossed like a warden. "Sheriff Dalton," she barked, "we need to talk." I sighed. "Lily, go wash up for dinner, honey." She marched over, eyes sharp, lips pursed. "Your daughter's been running through my rose beds again. Those are heirloom varieties, Sheriff. Very rare, very delicate." I glanced at her garden. Perfect, untouched rose. "With all due respect, Edith, Lily hasn't been near your yard. She plays in our backyard or at the school playground." "Don't lie to me," she snapped. "I've got cameras, more than one, and I'll be reporting her behavior to the HOA board tomorrow morning. Children need discipline, something you clearly don't understand." That last part, that one hit hard. I've spent every day since Emily's funeral wondering if I was enough, if I could really be both mom and dad. And this woman, this bitter stranger, was throwing that in my face like I didn't already lose sleep over it. "Edith," I said, my voice low, "Lily is 5 years old. She's still learning." She leaned in, almost hissing. "That's exactly the problem. You single dads think you can let your little brats run wild. This neighborhood has standards, and I won't let some motherless child tear them down." Motherless child. The word sat in the air like poison. My fists clenched on instinct, but I didn't move. I didn't say what I wanted to say. I just told her to go home. She did, but not without a warning. "I'll be watching her very carefully." And boy, she meant it. Over the next few weeks, Edith's obsession got downright creepy. She'd stand at her window with binoculars every time Lily played outside. She followed us to the grocery store, took pictures of our front yard from across the street. She filed complaints with the HOA about everything. Sidewalk chalk, the color of Lily's backpack, how many times she squealed while riding her scooter. I tried to brush it off. I told Lily to ignore her. "Some folks just don't have anything better to do," I said. But the thing is, even 5-year-olds know when something ain't right. One night she asked, "Daddy, Why does the mean lady watch me all the time? I didn't have a good answer. Then came the phone call. It was a Thursday afternoon. I was finishing up some paperwork at the station when I saw the school's number flash on my phone. My stomach dropped. "Sheriff Dalton," the principal said, "Lily's been hurt. You need to come now." I've responded to hundreds of emergencies in my life, but that drive to the elementary school was the longest 15 minutes of my career. When I got there, Lily was on the nurse's table, holding her arm against her chest, tears streaming down her cheeks. "Daddy," she sobbed. I rushed to her, trying to keep my voice calm. "What happened, baby?" She told me she was on the monkey bars when an older boy asked for a turn. He barely touched her shoulder and she fell. The nurse pulled me aside. "Sheriff, I've been doing this for 20 years. This isn't a simple playground fall. She's in excruciating pain. Something's off." At the ER, the X-rays showed a compound fracture. Both bones in her forearm were shattered like glass. The doctor said, "This kind of injury doesn't happen from a fall off a 4-foot monkey bar." Something wasn't adding up. I questioned the boy, 8 years old, sweet kid. He looked scared out of his mind. "I didn't push her hard," he told me. "She just let go. I didn't mean to." Then Edith called me. Her voice was sugary sweet. "I heard about your daughter's little accident. Such a shame when kids aren't properly supervised." I gritted my teeth. "What do you mean?" "Oh, I happened to be volunteering at the school library that day. I saw it all from the window. The boy barely touched her. Strange, isn't it? She fell like she was made of glass." That phrase, it chilled me. Made of glass. Why would she say that? I launched my own investigation, talked to staff, pulled security footage. The playground supervisor, Miss Elena, hesitated at first, but finally told me what she saw. She was talking to Lily by the fence about an hour before the accident, asking about your work schedule, if she lived alone, and she kept inspecting her arm, said she used to be a nurse, made her uncomfortable. I nearly dropped my notepad. Then I saw the footage. Even grainy and distant, it was clear as day. Edith, in her librarian badge, approaching Lily during lunch recess. She leans in, talks, smiles, then suddenly she grabs Lily's arm and twists. Lily's face contorts. Her mouth opens in a silent scream. Edith looks around and walks away like nothing happened. I had to pause the tape. I wanted to throw something, punch a wall, anything. Instead, I built a case. I gathered everything: footage, medical reports, statements from witnesses. I spoke to child psychologists, the DA's office, even Lily's surgeon. I did everything by the book, even when my hands shook with rage. And 1 week later, I arrested her. She was pruning her roses when I walked up. "Sheriff Dalton," she said, not even looking up, "how's your daughter?" I didn't answer. I took out my cuffs. "Edith Barnett, you are arrested for aggravated assault of a minor, child endangerment, and stalking." Her smile vanished. "What? This is outrageous. I was trying to teach her discipline. That girl needed to learn respect." Her voice was shaking now, and my body cam caught every word. At trial, it all came out. The photos, the obsessive notes, her belief that she was preserving the neighborhood. Her lawyer argued mental illness, but the jury didn't buy it. The DA painted a picture of a calculated, premeditated assault driven by power and obsession. 15 years, no parole for 7. She sobbed in court. "I just wanted things to be perfect." The judge didn't flinch. You shattered a child's body to preserve a rose garden. After the sentencing, the HOA collapsed. Couldn't survive without their dictator. And you know what? The neighborhood didn't fall apart like she always predicted. It bloomed, literally. Kids played without fear. Parents organized picnics. Sidewalk chalk became art, not a violation. Lily went through hell. 3 surgeries, months of painful rehab. She'd cry during therapy. She'd ask, "Why did someone want to hurt me?" I didn't have the answers. I just held her. And one day, 2 years later, she did the monkey bars again, all by herself. The whole playground cheered. "Daddy, I did it," she beamed. I smiled through tears. "Yes, you did, baby." That night, as I tucked her in, she said something